welcome back to the stream. Well, this is an offline stream actually, so welcome back to the video. Today, we're still playing Shadowrun, and we're gonna do Is0bel's personal storyline called the Deckcon 2056. Been really busy, haven't really had time to go live and stream. Also been playing with various applications and software on my PC. So I've been pretty preoccupied with those things as of late. But hopefully we can finish Is0bel's story pretty quickly. And then I need to go and cut my hair. Sorry about that. I had to stop recording and step away for a minute, but I'm good now. I'm gonna head back to the hideout real quick. Alright, I just wanted to make sure I have my shotgun with me. Oh, actually, I could have checked it from my bag. Alright, let's see. Wait, let me check one more thing. I want to take a screen cap of my guy with just a t-shirt. Just for a second. Get out of here, Colton. My cat just jumped up on the desk to get in the way. Now my cat is sitting right here in front of the monitor. We finished that, so let's put our armor. I don't really like this armor. Anyway, we're gonna head over to the station. I kind of want to get into some combat, to be honest. We're gonna go to Kai Tak to board a chartered bus to Deckcon take Is0bel's because this is her story. Sorry, Colton, I can't see the TV. And we're gonna take Gaichu. Oh, no, we're gonna take Rector. Ractor. I should have took the extra stuff from my bag. Then I could have gave it to Rector. The recovery medicine. Chartered bus carries you from Kai Tak to a mid-range hotel in Suinwan. All around you, the happy chatter of the fellow passengers fills your ears. You hear the tech speak in a variety of languages and dialects. Talk about new lines of drones and decks, arguments over innovations in data jack technology, and baseless speculation about the next season of Urban Brawl. Your guest badge, a glossy slip of laminated paper emblazoned with a flashy logo, hangs on a lanyard around your neck. Your ticket into the convention hall, and the only disguise that you should need. The bus drops you in front of the Harbor Spires Hotel, and you promptly circle around back to find a service entrance. Is0bel's should be waiting for you inside. Ah, here we go. Nice. I'm not going to give it to Ractor. I'll give it to her. You have karma available to improve your character's attributes and skills. Open the karma screen. Ooh, I have 6 karma. Definitely want some drone combat, right? Quickness. My dude is gonna be a shotgun, but you know what? I wanted some more dodge. So I have 2 left. Attack. Drone control. That's all we can do for now. The servant's entrance to the Harbor Spire Hotel looks like any other. Scuffed walls coated in chip paint, a floor of well-worn hardwood. A time card reader hanging from the wall has slight tilt. Nothing about the dingy, utilitarian confines of the room that you're in hints at the elegance and fine decor of the hotel beyond. Nothing about the dingy, utilitarian confines of the room that you're in hints at the elegance and fine decor of the hotel beyond. I've always been fascinated by seeing how things worked, even as a child. I took apart everything that I could in the name of study, and here we are, in the innards of a fancy hotel, examining the viscera of the place, if you will. Your earpiece crackles to life, Is0bel's calling from the woman's laboratory. Wired Arat. A burst of static fills your ear, obliterating Is0bel's voice. A second later, she cuts back in. You in position? Yeah, I'm standing just inside the service entrance. I'm here, yeah. You're kind of breaking up, though. Yeah, connection is crap. The comms keep cutting. This doesn't bode well. Aren't you going to be giving us instructions over comm? Yeah, hang on. I'm trying to the sound cuts out entirely for a good 5 seconds. When Is0bel's voice comes back, it's half, again, as loud as it was before. There, that's better. What a pain in the ass this is. There's way too much interference coming from the show floor. We aren't going to be able to rely on our comm links for this. I'll find a workaround. There, that's better. What a pain in the ass this is. There's way too much interference coming from the show floor. We're not going to be able to rely on our comlinks for this. I'll find us a workaround. Like I said, I'll find a workaround. For now, let's concentrate on the task at hand. The catering staff should all be in the kitchen, hauling trays of steamed clams and aperitifs out to the convention hall floor. I'm gonna need you to find a way to get me one of the uniforms, one that will fit someone my size. Find a dwarf-sized catering uniform. Check. I'm on it. Good. Oh, and the white art. We aren't going loud yet. Got it. Whatever you do, don't start shooting. We can't afford to send Rhombus running before we can get him cornered. Right. No shooting until we have Rhombus. Got it. See what we have here. This panel controls simple building maintenance and safety features, while the panel's admin level user interface has been locked away behind a biometric fingerprint reader. A skilled decker could easily bypass such a restriction. View archive work manifest logs. That's about all I can do since I'm not a decker. Prolonged millions. The damn sprinklers went off again. The entire kitchen was flooded and Chef Bun quit. We're going to have to go with third-party caterers for the big event this weekend because we sure as hell can't steam a few thousand clams without any kitchen staff. View archive work manifest logs. That's what we got. Walk away. I can't deck in, so. But I have a drone. This wall vent looks large enough to accommodate a standard security drone. Send a drone through the vent. Activate a drone. Try to get my drone actually through here. Ah. That was the problem. I guess I can only send one drone in, not two. Catering uniform. Kitchen uniform. Give Isabel a kitchen uniform. Yeah, I kind of figured out how to switch my guys a little faster. Oh no. Either way, it looks like I gotta go into this room over here. And I just walk in. The Harbor Spire kitchens are a whirlwind of activity. Attractive 20-somethings in white catering uniforms dash in and out of the room, their arms laden with heaping trays of steaming shellfish. One man stands amidst the chaos, the eye of the storm. His white coat is at least half, again, whiter than those of his subordinates, and his collar is starched as stiff as board. The floor manager knows, and his eyes narrow. He stalks toward you, practically frothing at the mouth. You can't help but notice the embroidered corporate logo on his lapel. Pastry, magic, and more. Fine catering. The image is completed by a stylized rendering of what appears to be a frolicking kitten standing astride a pair of shooting stars. You, what are you doing in my kitchen? Glances at your chest, sees the visitor's badge hanging from the lanyard that Is0bel gave you dangling around your neck. Convention goers are not allowed beyond the show floor. I'm sorry, I must have gotten turned around. Do you know where the Shiawase kiosk is? No, I don't know where your damn kiosk is. Go ask on the show floor. He just says impatient. Good. Go get out of our hair and back to the show floor where you belong. That was easy enough. There's Is0bel. You enter the woman's restroom to find Is0bel waiting impatiently for you. Her guest badge dangles from its lanyard at a canted angle, and the clumped ropes of her hair look frazzled. At the sight of you, she steps forward. You're here, good. I was getting tired of hanging out in the ladies' room. You have the uniform? There you go. Your eyes the embroidery of the logo, nodding. Good. This will work. Where's the VIP? Alright, I'm gonna change it to this thing. I tell it to the employees only door on the far side of the convention hall. They'll let me in, even without a badge. They'll just figure that some rich guy wants a drink. Where's the VIP area? On the other side of the convention floor. I'll have to cross the show floor to do it. But that should be safe enough. Nobody pays attention to the catering staff at these things. So I'll make my way across, pass through the door, and take the elevator up to the admin wing on the 6th floor. All that you need to do is take your position and wait for my instructions without raising out. Pretty simple stuff. Should be foolproof, assuming that you don't screw anything up. Do you have any questions? Have you figured out what you're going to do about that spotty comlink connection? What am I supposed to do on the show floor again? Wait by the VIP area door. When I identify Rhombus, we'll apprehend him and tell him that he's the lucky winner of a complimentary VIP pass upgrade. You'll escort him through the VIP doors into a room that I'll have empty and waiting. Then we'll all get the software from him together, beat him up, and stash him in that closet. What should I do between when you leave and when you get in position? Walk the show floor, mingle, try to look like you belong here. Just try not to say or do anything that'll stand out in a bad way. You're supposed to be a hot new Decker in town. Yes, there's a demo kiosk near the VIP entrance running some new Matrix avatar editing suite. I need to go get some water. When I get to the admin area, I'm going to patch myself to the perfect persona console. We're going to communicate through that. When I get to the admin area, I'm going to patch myself into the perfect persona console, and we're going to communicate through that. It isn't a perfect solution, but it beats having to deal with a drop connection. Just be sure to grab the kiosk when you're in position. Don't let anyone else get to it. One more question. Let's hit it. Decker. An elderly Decker with a nickel-plated data jack turns to face you smiling. It's a hell of a thing. Lovely show, lovely show. He nods eagerly, rubbing his hands. Lots and lots of shiny toys. Extend your hand, the wide arret, and you are? He grabs your proffered hand and shakes it vigorously. Call me Turtle. Been going to Deckcon for damn near 20 years now. And it's never looked half as nice as it does now. Yeah, this is pretty swank for a computer convention. When did they start catering these things? No, that's not what we want. Really? Yeah, the show has really gotten big in the past couple of years. He dresses at the Fairlight booth off in the distance. Lots of corporate money flowing into this thing these days. The old Decker lowers his voice to a conspiratorial whisper. I've heard that the guy who first organized the show sold out to some big promoter, took home a 6-digit paycheck. Where do you get your handle from? Turtle is a funny name for Decker. Are you here to see anything in specific? Got my eyes on a couple of things this year. I'm going to check out the Fairlight booth, of course, and Fuchi's doing some interesting things with miniaturization. You know, when I was just getting started, it would have taken an entire warehouse full of machines to match the computing power of the PDA on your wrist. You know, scratch that, it wouldn't have come close. Technology's come a long way. Sure has. Sure has. Where do you get your name from? An old piece of software, something that went obsolete well before your time. I guess I'm showing my age, but something about That little cluster of pixels always made me happy. Ah, turtle. I also used that when I was in elementary school. Gotta keep moving, turtle. Enjoy the show. I didn't. Shiawase. As you approach the corner of the convention floor, you find a brightly lit entrance. There are signs on the walls pointing toward it. Simpson's Parlor and Deckcon. As you draw closer, a convention staffer in a bland uniform steps toward you. Sorry to say it, but we're a bit crammed right now. If you hang tight, we should be able to squeeze you in soon. There's maybe a half-hour wait. These places like this never run at full capacity. They're keeping a few VIP slots in back, right? They're full up. I don't know how else to say it. You need to wait like everyone else. Stay cool, and we'll get you in as soon as possible. Yeah, sure. Of course they will. All right, tell me who you are, and I'll see if your name's on the list. Etiquette Shadowrun. Deniable asset, one that's on your boss's payroll and who doesn't have time for your shit. I'm sorry, I didn't realize who I was dealing with. Here you go. On through. Think I'm gonna just take a lap around the con floor. Take as much time as you need. Your comlink crackles alive with that ear-splitting hiss. Okay, I've jacked into the admin computer. But I can work with it. Are you in position yet? No, not yet. For the waiting position near the VIP, your ears fill with a shrill electronic whine. And use the kiosk. Remember, a perfect persona. Use the perfect persona kiosk to talk to you. While you're getting there, I'll start working on getting you VIP access and locating route. Is0bel's, can you hear me? If there's any more exploring you'd like to do out here on the show floor, you best do it now before we use the kiosk. I doubt that we'll get the opportunity to do it. We'll look around a bit more before we hit the kiosk. Game saved. Save too. Looks like we can pickpocket these guys. $6 million. 23. A potbelly troll with 2 days worth of Mangy stubble smiles and turns to face you. The chrome of his data jack shimmers wetly in the light, but the cyber deck is conspicuously absent. Hey, what's going on? His badge hangs low on his lanyard. You catch a glimpse of his decking handle, headspace. Strange to see someone at Deckcon without a cyber deck. I can say the same about you. Where's your deck, man? Don't have one. I'm here to cover the event for the Shadowrun BBS. Really? Hey, that's pretty whiz. Are you interviewing people? Because I can tell you all about the new hotness in decking technology. While we appreciate the offer. He taps his temple with a thick fingernail. I'm talking about what I've got up here. Cranial cyber deck. It's the perfect fusion of next level deck and bleeding edge headwear. It's the apex of modern decking technology. Miniaturized, compact, easy to sneak into the most sensitive of locations. I don't need to lug a great big external deck around with me anymore. It's a night and day difference between this and my old Fairlight Excalibur friend. Night and day. Where'd you get it? The Chop Chop Shop in Kowloon City. They told me not to ask where it came from. Lots of things fall off trucks out Kowloon way. I'm sure that this was the same. Why you get it in your head? Why wouldn't I? It's compact, it's versatile, it's fast and powerful. With this sweet baby, I can deck wherever I go, whenever I want, without having to lug something the size of an electronic keyboard around with me. It's the best of all worlds, I'm telling you. You gotta get one for yourself. Is0bel's voice crackles in over your commly. This guy's an idiot. Cranial cyber decks are a terrible idea for more reasons than I can count. Deckers swap out their gear every couple of months. You want someone monkeying around in your brain that often? I'll make it easy for you. You don't. The fool continues wistfully, unaware of Is0bel's interruptions. So have I sold you on that head deck of your own yet? Come on, you know that I have. When you have people poking around in your head every time you need to upgrade, well, I guess, but that thing is going to be obsolete within 6 months. And then you're going to, what, get more brain surgery? It's no different from installing an encephalon, and everyone does that. What do you know anyway? Nothing. Not a thing. Now leave me alone. It's great. Gotten to tell a lot of people about my new deck, you know, spreading the word, educating folks. Feels good to save my fellow deckers from wasting their money on old external decks. I guess you could call me a cranial deck evangelist. He nods his head eagerly, desperation in his eyes. Look, just between you and me, you're coming on a little strong. You might want to back off a little. If you know anything. Display. Who's this? Convention goer. Judging by the patches sewn onto his bomber jacket, this elf is from Nan, Council Island, to be specific. A forested chunk of rock in the middle of Lake Washington that was called Mercer Island until the Native American nations claimed it. He doesn't look Amerindian, though. If anything, he looks Chinese in descent, though his mask makes it hard to tell for sure. He turns to face you. At your approach, his features are mostly hidden, but you see that he's sporting a high steel collar and spiky hair. His cheeks are high-boned and hollow. He eyes you nervously. Hey, you want something from me? What's up? Is there anything specific that you're here to see? Yeah, I'm here to check out the 57 Fuji Cyber decks. My 55 Cyber 7 is barely cutting it these days. I want to see what they're coming out with next year. I've heard that they have a demo station. So tell me, what's your favorite new ESP for incursion operations? I like Blast Hammer, personally. Heard of it? It's open source, developed by the Southeast Asian Deckcon community. There's a number on Blocker Ice. Blast Hammer, I've never heard of it. Really, it's only the most popular freeware attack ESP in Southeast Asia. He's practically shouting. His face has lit up with a maniac glee. Calm down, man. I'm from Seattle, not Southeast Asia. Yeah, well, you better get up with it or you're gonna survive. Yeah, well, you better get with it if you wanna survive out here. He leers at you, his expression all smugness and superiority. I mean, I'm just saying. Just wanted to get to know my fellow Congors. You from Council Island? Yeah, what gave me away? He makes a point of showing off his jacket. The tribal insignias look strangely out of place here on the Deckcon floor. You from Seattle? The Redmond Barons, actually. No, Drek. Wow, that place is freaking intense, chummer. The Seattle shadow slang sounds incredibly awkward when delivered in Cantonese. But he doesn't seem to notice. Council Island is non-territorial. You don't look Amerindian. What's your deal? Good to meet you too. Here's your awkward smile. It's pretty clear that this guy doesn't get out much. Gotta go, son. I see it. Should I ask another question? Hired attendee. The man standing at the AS Technology demo station looks strangely out of place at a Deckcon convention. He isn't carrying a cyber deck, and you can't see any sign of cyberware on his person, not even a data jack. He looks up from his kiosk, blinking. You want to use this? Am I in your way? He sounds preoccupied. He shifts his body and his movements are unnaturally smooth and graceful. As he moves, you can see the kiosk screen is flickering. Apparently, the demo software has glitched out. Nah, sorry, it looks broken anyway. Oh yeah, I guess that's not supposed to do that. I wasn't really paying attention. So, if you're not here for the kiosk, is there something else you needed? The badge hanging from his lanyard is a cheap day pass, only good until the show floor closes tonight. The name field says Gamagi in block letters. You're on the deck, are you? Why do you say that? Because you're at a software demo kiosk and you didn't even notice that it was glitching out on you. Because I don't see any chrome on you, or a cyber deck for that matter. He's got chrome right here on the side of his head. Yeah, I guess that's probably kind of a giveaway, isn't it? You're right. I'm not a decker, but I'm enjoying the show. So if you wouldn't mind, you're not into all this decker stuff. What is there here to enjoy? He sighs. Look, I'm here to relax and get off the streets. They've got free clams and free wine. And everybody but you seems happy to keep to themselves. So just leave me in peace, okay? Look, I think that you're here on a job. I am too. Just want to make sure that we don't step on each other's toes. His eyes flit to the far door again. Slowly, they shift again. My target's name is Ezekiel. Extraction job. Should be quick and quiet. You? I'm here for someone else. We should be good. That's a relief. The last thing I need is another team coming in and complicating things. Now, if you wouldn't mind, I really need to keep my eyes on that door. When he comes waltzing through, I need to be there with a plate of clams and a chloroform rag. Yeah, man, do your thing. Best of luck. Chloroform, huh? Pulling out the old classics. It ain't broke. He shrugs. Anyway, best of luck on your run. These stickers look different from many of the others on the show floor. As you approach, you can see the quiet confidence in their posture and the steel in their eyes. Unlike their peers, these are professionals, Shadowrunners. Yeah, look at that. Most vocal of the three, a female orc with an obvious cyber eye, addresses you. Maybe you can help settle this. My colleagues and I have a difference of opinion on the relative merits of mid-range cyber decks. Would you agree that the Fuchi Virtua X is the best mid-range deck in its... You always do this, hurry down. You word your questions to lead strangers into giving the answers that you prefer. Now, the community consensus is that the Virtua X is just an overpriced rehash of the Cyber 6 in a nicer looking case. Oh, shut up, Bierce. Her voice is surprisingly deep and brassy. You're doing the same thing. Besides, everyone knows that Fuchi is going down the tubes. Villiers is pulling assets out of the company and transferring them to his other holdings as fast as he can get away with it. So Fuchi is collapsing in on itself, and Fairlight doesn't do mid-range machines, then Allegiance is obviously primed to. Nova Holt here is Allegiance's #1 superfan, in case you couldn't tell. Nova Hot here is Allegiance's #1 superfan, in case you couldn't know. Never mind the fact that their only current product, the Alpha, is woefully lackluster next to the competition. We've been going around and around on this for hours. So what do you think? Which deck is going to be best in the class at the mid-range price point in 57? I don't know a lot of research about store-bought decks. I prefer to build my own. They stare at you a long moment passes. Finally, Beers begins to snicker. That's funny. You're a DIYer, huh? So you're telling me that you can cobble together a better deck than a Fuchi or hell, an Allegiance by yourself? I didn't say better. I said that I build my own decks. I don't have a stake in corporate pissing matches. I can respect that, I guess. But if you ever want to be competitive, you're gonna have to get past your whole home-built cyber deck phase. How are you enjoying the con so far? That's what it always is. Bad food, a lot of antisocial people, and overpriced vendor kiosks. By the end of the weekend, I'm probably going to have measles and or the flu. To be perfectly honest, I don't even remember why we all fly out here every year. Years. We come out here because you start getting excited about the show months in advance of a year. You left me 15 voice messages to make sure that I remembered to book the hotel room. That's because I remember what happened in 52. I do enough sleeping on the street back home. I don't need to do it when I'm on vacation too. How many times do I have to apologize for that? Well, you know when you can stop. Where are you from? Macau. I got a house in Indonesia. I spend most of my time in Seattle. I'm from Pompeii. I do a lot of work out here in Hong Kong. Gotta go. See you around the show floor. Mr. Lin. Wow, Gucci's new Cyber 7 Slim. The work behind the counter looks up from his cell sheets. He really recites what sounds like a rehearsed welcome. Welcome to Mr. Lin's Big Time Data Shack. Special show prices for this event only. Feel free to browse. Let's see what you got. Naka Craftworks 1. this locked door over here. Security guard with a half-lidded eyes stifles a yawn at your approach, blinking. She raises an arm to block your path. This doorway is restricted. Hotel staff and caterers only. Please stay on the convention floor. Why can't I go through? Why does she keep asking me? I'm trying to leave. Alright, I guess we can contact Is0bel's. A little dispenser. Men's bathroom. 80 man. Sketchy looking man in a long shabby coat stands in the middle of the bathroom floor, teetering on his feet. He blinks at you through red rimmed eyes crusted over with sleep. Hey there, are you the Imperator? Because if you are, I got your stuff. Yep, that's me. Great. He lives in overstuffed plastic shop. Here, you want to see the whole stock, or do you just want to buy the items that we discuss? Let me see your full stock. It's the dope man. Coco, an illegal street drug made from the elite kamikaze formula. Guys plus one body plus one fried browns. Every time they use it. Alright, I don't warn you though, HyperX ain't cheap. He extends his bag and opens it wide. Down at the bottom, buried under a mountain of loose pills, is a shiny plastic bottle. It's the bottle, you're gonna have to fish it out if you want it, and be careful, I think there's a few loose needles in there. Sure, I'll take a look, why not? HyperX looks good, but expensive. Alright, let's go call Is0bel's. Perfect persona kiosk flickers to life at your approach. A debug menu pops onto the screen along with a text prompt in all caps. Why, alright. Enter the following key code into this kiosk. Enter the code. You tap the code on the kiosk keyboard. A moment later, a series of 5 loud popping sounds rattles off in your comlink's earpiece. Is0bel's voice fills your ear, crisper and clearer than it was before. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me? The wire, alright. Yeah, I hear you. What was up? A command line code for the kiosk to connect with your comlink via direct link. This way, we can bypass using a comm signal entirely. You know, as long as you remain within a couple of feet of the kiosk, we shouldn't have any problems. Wander too far outside of that range and you're gonna get staticky. So basically, I can't move from this spot. That's what I said, right? Now that we're all linked up, give me a second and I'll locate Rhombus. You hear the sound of rattling keystrokes coupled with Is0bel's muttering under. The line falls silent. The silence stretches 10 seconds, 20. Then you hear Is0bel's explode. What the hell? He already has one? How the fuck does Rhombus merit a VIP pass when I don't? Wait, he's already in the VIP area? What's the Decker that he is and everybody knows it? What makes him a VIP when I'm not? Maybe he has friends in high places. She takes a moment to calm herself. You can almost feel the heat of her anger radiating through your earpiece. That's right. I know which room he's staying in now. Just need a few minutes to get your VIP up. The line goes dead. Well, my friend, what to do now? Shall we? A series of clicks erupts in your ear, cutting Ractor's sentence short. Your PDA begins blinking. You're receiving a video chat request. Answer the call. Is0bel's blossoms onto the screen along with a pair of towering security guards. The line that connected her to the admin terminal hangs loose from its socket. I'm gonna ask you again, what the hell are you doing in here? Take your time and make sure that you're telling me the truth. I'll know if you don't. Is0bel stammers helplessly. Well, I was just looking for the person who ordered this coffee. What? You were looking for him in the Matrix? And besides, you don't have any coffee, so try again. She continues to sputter. Her eyes dart toward the screen, fixing on you. You can see the desperation on her face. Well, I need to, Right, Is0bel, listen up. Say what I say, and you'll be fine. Say okay if you understand. Okay. Last chance, start talking sense or spend the night with the Hong Kong police force. Let's see, what should I have her say? I'm sorry, just nervous. The coworker sent me in here as a prank. I'm sorry, I'm just nervous. I've never been in trouble before. The words sound rehearsed, but they're tinged with enough genuine panic to be plausible. Never been in trouble before. We don't have time for this. Just kick her out and be done with it. Yeah, you're probably right. I'm gonna let you go with a warning this time. Only this once. If I catch you anywhere near this room again, I'm turning you over to the police. Got it? But you're getting out of this easy, Is0bel. Just go along with it. She clenches her jaw, looks up at the guard. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good call. Guide Is0bel back to the convention floor. The line goes quiet as she moves out of the server room. I'm gonna save here and call this a game for tonight. Stay tuned for the rest of the series, either live or recorded. Until then, wishing you all the best. Like and subscribe if that's your thing. And I'll talk to you when I talk to you. Peace times 5, love 9 times. Or peace 5 times, love times 9. And get that saved.